Welcome to Rushden and Higham Community Forum. We're here to connect the connectors. This forum is being hosted by Rushden Town Council, and here we are in the lovely Rushden Hall. Higham Ferrers Town Council and myself, the co-op member pioneer for Wellingborough, Rushden and Higham Ferrers. We have an agenda. First off, we're going to welcome everybody. This is what this little bit's about, really. When I turn off the PowerPoint presentation, we're going to do a couple of introductions. Natasha's going to briefly talk about the purpose of the forum, just in case nobody knows what it's all about. And then possibly the bulk of the hour that we've allocated for the forum is going to be about what's on in Rushden and Higham Ferrers. And then if we do have any time, we'll also talk about working together. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on the forum today. We could get more people joining as we go through. We do have Angela on Zoom. So would you like to start the introductions, Angela?
My name's Angela Bridge. I work for the Nen Valley Circuit as a mission enabler, and one of my churches is obviously Hope in Higham Ferrers, which is linked with Higham and Rushden congregation. That's it.
Sorry, No, go on, go on. That was it. This is just to say hello. This is who you are. So, can you hear us okay? Angela, can you hear okay?
I can hear, yeah.
Yeah, good, good. Okay. Let's just check, because sometimes these calls you can't really hear what people are saying. So I always do like to make sure. Okay, so if we go around the room in here for a brief introduction. I think Vivian should go first, because she's technically, if you're sort of where the computer is, she's next in the room sort of clockwise, I think.
Hi, I'm Vivian Fodger and I'm South Out for Rushden Town Council. Natasha Fountain, Community Connector for Higham Ferrers Town Council.
Well, assets and contracts manager for Rushden Town Council.
I'm Jonathan Hornet. I am the co-op member pioneer for Wellingborough, Rushden and Higham Ferrers.
I'm Craig Parkins. I'm director, lead coach, basically everything for an organisation called Fishing Commands that gets people with mental health issues into fishing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda, I believe it was you telling everybody just a little bit about what sort of, why we're doing this.
Yeah. While I know everyone here has been here for pretty much every meeting, it is still early days, and so point of the community forum is to give everybody a place to come to find out what's going on. It's not just about events, it's about somewhere they could go to be referred to Fishing for Minds. It's how can they reach services that they need. It's trying to link us all up together so that we haven't got to have 10 conversations with different organisations. If we get all the organisations to here, then it gives us the information that we need to then be able to signpost people to where they need to be. This still is only the 4th meeting.
Yeah.
And so I think it's still really important that we push forward inviting. So it's not up to me to invite everybody. Everybody can invite anybody. So if you meet somebody on your travels that you think should be here, as in Craig came to speak to me, and I immediately invited him to this because he's the right sort of person to be here. So please, 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 everybody in this room, keep pushing the word to relevant people, so that we can start to build this up now. And concentrate on giving one place where we can go for the information to connect the connectors, to give everybody the information to signpost. I said information rather a lot, sorry.
That's okay. Okay. Yeah, so the forum is every month. It's always on the first Thursday of the month at 1 o'clock. Today it's from Rushden Hall. Next month it will be from Higham Ferrers in the council chambers. and then it flip-flops. Might change in the future, who knows, but that sort of seems to work to try and get everybody that is available locally to join us. How does everybody think the forum is going to be or is going? Has anybody got any comments on that?
No, I think we just need to get more people involved, don't we? I think we need to get more people who are connected.
Yes, absolutely. And if I may jump back in and say, my years as a PCSO taught me that things don't happen overnight. To be able to embed the information into people's subconsciousness, we need to keep pushing it for a considerable amount of time before we decide whether it needs, a rejig, are we going in a different direction, or how we approach things, which it takes a long while to embed things in. The Wellingborough one is, very well supported, but it's been going 3 years.
Yeah, it's been going since the middle of the pandemic. So
Yeah.
it started off as a community resilience project, and I revitalised it as the Member Pioneer. So I also led the community resilience project. But yeah, like I say, as an email list, for instance, there's at least, I think there's about 45 people on the email list. And as a Facebook group, it's now over 350. But we've got to give ourselves a pat on the back already, because there's half a dozen people here. We've already got a Facebook group completely from nothing. That's, I think, 112 members already. And it's all very community focused. So it's not just a physical forum. The forum is also online and also on social media. So it's trying to connect the connectors in whichever way we can do.
And my idea for the forum was to give us a place where we could perhaps discuss, obviously, names redacted, someone that may be coming to one of our sessions that we don't know where to signpost them to. Our session may not be the right place for them to be, but if we don't know where to signpost them, then sounds awful to say, we're stuck with them in the place where it's not right for them. So, we could bring to this forum, I've got this person, anybody know where I can signpost them? Our very first meeting, I had someone that I brought up in the meeting, and I got several people come forward and say, have you thought of this, have you thought of that? And problem isn't solved as such, because unfortunately our library gives her an opportunity to come and not be lonely. But it has evened out now, so that I have had some conversations with her, and sort of the being able to speak to people in this forum gave me the confidence to speak to her, because I had solutions.
Yeah, good point. I think that's probably enough on introducing and all the rest of it. I think the next thing on the forum is our big chunk, isn't it? I know Paul wrote down the actual agenda. So the next one is all about what's on in Rushden and what's on in Higham Ferrers. And I'm sure that since we started with you, Angela, you probably want to go first. Am I right?
No, of course not.
We can go first or last. It's completely up to you.
Well, obviously, mine's obviously just from the Hopes, what was happening at Hope. So we have like regular Messy Church, which is on the 1st of every month on a Friday, and that's open to all ages. We started Little Doves, which is a TOTS group, and that's going really well. And that meets on Fridays, the 1st, 3rd and 5th of the month. That's it. Also, we started doing a Tuesday just over the holidays, because there seems to be a need for people that can meet on Fridays to come on a Tuesday. So Little Doves is a summer special that's on Tuesdays, and that's usually around the 2nd and 4th of the month. Yeah, so we've got other things that happen. Obviously, we have coffee mornings on Saturdays. They do a midweek coffee mornings on Thursdays from 10:30. There's also a little ladies keep fit on a Wednesday at 9:45. Once a month they meet on the 2nd of the month. They meet on a Thursday, so that's more of a fellowship, and it is majority females that go, but there is a few men, but it'd be good to have a few more men to go to the group. And they do the community lunches, which is on the 2nd and 4th Friday of the month. And the most probably exciting thing for us is I'm going to be going into the community library and wellbeing hub to do story time and activities. And Tash is sorted the bookings out and things like that. So hopefully we will have some people to come and spend an hour or so with us. And that's on the 29th of July, which is a Monday at 10 o'clock. That's a whistle stop.
That was very much a wishful thought. Thank you very much for that.
Can I just jump in here and say, Angela, can you send me a list of those events?
Yeah.
Please? Because they need to go on our calendar.
Okay, because I can post on the forum as well the things that are happening as well, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But if you send me the list, I'll get them put on the calendar.
Do you get any of our plans? I know it's a circuit plan, so we'll have all this. We have 7 churches within the circuit. Do you get any of them magazines through too?
No.
They look a bit like this. Can you? Oh, I don't know if you can see it. No. Maybe we need to arrange for some of them to come to you then as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good. Possibly here at Rushden Hall as well, because you have your Friday. I was trying to call it a winter warm space, but it isn't now. It's like a games thing you have on Friday afternoon.
We call it Friends of Rushden Hall.
Yeah, it's a lovely session. Absolutely lovely session. I've been lucky enough to attend twice, and I'm not a normal customer, but they made me feel very, very welcome. So it was lovely.
Very busy, very noisy.
If you like a rugby club, it's the place to be. I think you've got about 4 sets of them.
Yeah, that's what they pay.
It's so
They've got a big
competitive.
table in there and they all sit around the table.
Yeah.
Last week I couldn't believe the noise that was coming from in
Oh,
there.
it's a very provoking sort of game.
Good, pretty good.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing. It is a lovely thing to see. The other thing, Angela, that possibly I don't know if I'm supposed to sort of say or not, but of course, based at the Hope Church is the Higham Gateway Club. And of course, a week on Wednesday, perhaps 2 weeks, on the 17th, whatever that is, they're celebrating their 25th birthday. So they're celebrating it in Chitchell Gardens between 7 and 9. It's a barbecue and stuff. I think it's an invitation-only event, but if you had anything to do with Higham Gateway Club, which is also a co-op cause, just sort of chew that in.
I mean, there is other activities that happen at Hope, but obviously there's the stuff I've brought is obviously the church related stuff, but there is also other community events that do happen. But you by all means can have all of that, because there is like boot camps and there's different things. So if you want to have all that information, I can get that over to you as well.
Yeah, please send it to me and I'll get it on the calendar.
Yeah, that would be perfect. I'd say. Obviously, if you know any other things that are going on, Angela, do please share now. That would be good.
Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a youth club as well that meets at St Mary's. Is it St Mary's Church? There's lots of different things, but yeah, I can do a little list and pop it over to you. Not a problem.
And then Natasha will put it all on our calendar at rushdenandhigham.org.uk. Fabulous. Okay, shall we move on? Right. Again, I think we went to you next, Vivian, but you can do a double act with Paul if you wish.
I think we've pretty much covered everything last time before.
Do you want to whiz through a little bit, because I've just written down something.
Obviously, Barry in the bar.
Yeah, so the next event we've really got is Party in the Park, which is on Saturday, 13th of July. So, yeah, 9 days' time. But throughout the school holidays, we've got activities going on predominantly in Spencer Park on Wednesday. We're hoping to do sessions with Craig from Fishing for Minds, but I won't do anything on that one. You can on that one. And then we have groups within Rushden Hall that we host. We have a Pensioners Parliament group that meets every Tuesday afternoon. We have Rushden Hall Ladies that meets first Monday of the month. And then we've got 3 University of the Third Age groups. A gardening group, a singing group, and a photography group that all meet at Rushden Hall. And I know the UCA might be a group that we need to try and get in contact with, because they do an awful lot of activities that I think we could forward out.
Someone here tell everybody what they do because they're
we only host them, so we don't really get involved with what they do. But yes, so that's pretty much what we've got coming on in the next few weeks. I'm just going to turn over my day, see what else I've made. And then so Hall Park will be throughout the school holidays. There'll be activities. Freedom Leisure will be doing activities within our parks, both in Jubilee Park. They're doing something at skate park event. They're going to do activities in Hall Park, and they've got a big fun day. Northern Town Council have in Spencer Park. I think that's the 23rd of August. I think.
there's one on, there's a neighbourhood one.
Yeah.
That's the 11th, and then we've got one on the 27th.
Yeah.
Plus, we've obviously still got free tennis in the school holidays. That will that will go out on social media. We do so many sessions of free tennis at Spencer Park for kids. We were looking at trying to do a bit of coaching, but we haven't got that sorted yet. Have we?
No, and our football club that's based in Spencer Park, they've expanded massively. Rushden Spartans. They were 2 senior teams, and now they've got juniors. They've got ladies. They've got veterans football. They've just started their training program. So they're like a new club that's forming in Rushden, and they're doing a lot of good community work at the moment as well. So supporting that.
Have we got anything on the rugby club?
Rugby training sessions will be starting soon.
I don't know if they've got any, because normally they have a few events.
Yeah, they're not advertising with us, but it might be once we get it.
Find out.
I think the cricket club will be doing something as well. And no doubt Rushden and Diamonds will be doing something. And most of the sports clubs in the school holidays tend to do some sport activity because it's a good recruitment drive for them.
Yeah, too right too. So busy in Rushden, is it quite so busy in Higham Ferrers and such?
Not really, but we have got rhyme time events in the library. We've got the 8th of July, which is the Monday coming, 9:45 in the library. Join us for fun and singing. We've got Tuesday, the 16th of July, at 10:30 for rhyme time. We've got Thursday, the 25th of July for rhyme time, again at 10:30. And then Angela already mentioned the story time and activities on Monday, the 29th of July. You can also see on there, which is why I've put it up, so you've got something to refer to. You can see when the library is open, and we have a crafternoon session 2 till 4 on a Monday, and we have a games afternoon on a 2 till 4 on a Thursday. They're not just limited to crafts and games. You could come and do a jigsaw puzzle or adult colouring if you just want somewhere to go to be with people. Higham Ferrers Town Council have got a Heritage Day on the 22nd of September. They have Remembrance Sunday on the 10th of November, and of course their Christmas Sparkle on Saturday the 23rd of November. And I have to apologise, I got the date and the day completely wrong last month. So it is Saturday the 23rd of November.
I think corrected yourself quite well in the last one, didn't you?
Just thought of 2 more things. We're looking to have the Temperance Band coming to do a couple of afternoons in the War Garden. Haven't got dates for that yet, but we're looking to do that. And also, I'd just like to say that we did host the Really Rush event, and that was really good, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah,
That was
2 weeks ago.
weeks ago. And quite well attended. Hopefully that we can build on that.
That'd be good, yeah.
It was really good. Food was amazing, wasn't it? 'Cause they had the Jamaican food. They had African and Jamaican food.
They do know how to party.
And it was good. It was good. And we were here all day long.
Yeah.
And then we had a really good day. And it was really good. The weather was kind of us.
It's just like to ask.
No,
Amazing.
no, the weather was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was intermittent cloud, but we didn't get any rain at all, so
That's good. Who are the Temperance Band? If you don't know me, because obviously I'm ignorant towards that.
don't ask me because I don't know.
Oh, brilliant. I thought that was a very young thing.
A local band, we've
Oh,
got
okay.
several local bands. They used to play in here when we had a bandstand, and now they've asked if they can come in, and we're doing it as our community events grant, so we're letting them use the facility for that. I'm sure there's something else called that we've got, but we've forgotten about.
More than likely.
This,
It all come in
There's
seconds.
classic march on the 4th of
oh
August.
yeah, classic car show, that's here.
We have proms in the park, and we have a Bath and Park dog show.
Day after.
The day after. So the proms, I can't remember the date.
The 8th of September.
Yes, proms is the 7th of September and Bark Park is the 8th of September.
We also had retrospectively a brilliant turnout for the D-Day, because we missed this last time, didn't we? Because we were,
Yeah.
it was a
Okay.
very, very long day, because we started about 7 o'clock. It was, we had to do the proclamation at 8 o'clock, and it just really went on all day, didn't it? But we had a fantastic day. And it was, we had an awful lot of people here again. It was really good. And we had Armed Forces Day last week. Again, that was they've got a lot of veterans and different groups that were marching. So that again was another successful.
You hosted an event from, but I saw the bicycles all dressed up.
Yeah, we tried. We only remembered at the last minute on the bikes. Yeah, what we actually did was we gave a grant to the RNA,
Yeah.
Royal Naval Association, to cover some of their costs. And then our mayor attended. It wasn't our event, but obviously we're heavily supportive of it. And I say we gave them a grant for that. We just found now that how we're doing it now is giving people grants to support them, either letting them use the event free of charge, the venue free of charge, or giving them support as we did with them because they need insurance for it. So
Yeah.
it covered that. So I think it's a better use of everyone's time, isn't it?
It's more engaging. It allows groups to organise their own events. When we've got limited capacity, we can't have
We've got
access to an event every single weekend.
We'd be dead.
Whereas,
You wouldn't get your day job done. Well, that's it. I mean, we've got back day jobs as well, and I think it impacts massively on that at times.
well, it empowers groups, it gives them the opportunities, and there's often a barrier, as in, we'd love to do it, but we can't
No way to do it.
afford to do it. So it makes it that they can do their event, and then it's a nil cost
It's
for
a
them.
good partnership working, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're supporting the neighbourhoods event at Spencer Park. I think I'm sure it's the 11th. And then we're also supporting the other one that's going on.
Northern Council, we're able to use the facility free of charge. It's brilliant.
I mean, we always have costs because obviously we've got to have staff.
Yeah.
Particularly here, we have to have staff present here, cover our insurance. So it sounds a bit mean. You can't just let people in and use it. You do actually have to. It does have to be looked after. But yeah, we seem to have got a pretty full calendar this year, don't we?
It's really good.
By Christmas, we'll just be. Don't give us another event.
No, I know a bit about organising a few events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we are pretty, because we've been doing it quite a long time. We are quite proficient at it now, but it absolutely exhausting. I must say, D-Day we were flat a bit, weren't we?
Well,
Cool.
It was a long day.
Natasha, did you have any other bits and bobs to add? I think Vivian got a bit excited there.
No,
Not really, but I was just making sure.
we had our Armed Forces Covenant signing last week.
That's kind of really interesting because we don't actually do that. Maybe we need to.
Well, when I was working for Cambridge County Council, on our team, there was a designated person that was full-time getting parish councils and town councils signed up to the covenant. And so that's the only reason I knew about it. And I said to Alicia, and I honestly don't know whether I said something and she looked into it or whether they were looking into it beforehand. I have no idea. No, you only need to sign it once. But it's just signing up to say that you, I believe, don't quote me on it, but you're going to look out for the veterans that live in your area. And it sort of all started because, within the villages, they'll say, oh, we've got no veterans here. And then, well, actually, we've got 4.
Which no one's
identified
No.
them, but they've not been identified. And while you don't need to point them out, what is the parish council doing, to support them should they need it? And so that's what it's about. If you type in Armed Forces Covenant, Northamptonshire North have a team of people on it.
Oh, we need to look at that. Well, that's another level.
Is that the county, the unitary authority have a thing, it's just volunteers?
No, the Unity Council,
Oh, okay.
they have a team on it.
We've got quite an active lecturers group that meet twice a week. They've got a breakfast group
Yeah,
that meet and need and all. So I think we probably definitely need to look at the covenant and then we've got a chat with them.
yes, because if it's something you're already doing anyway, you may as well sign up to
Have
it.
it sort of done officially.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never heard of it, I must admit, I'm showing you it's quite a bit to do, haven't I? But,
yeah, but this is exactly what the point of this group is. Not all of us can know everything.
Share the information.
Not all of us can know everything, and so, you know, it triggers you off. That's why I'm writing notes. Yeah, well, yes.
Joking, no, because I think that's very worthwhile and we are heavily involved with the Royal British Legion anyway, always have been, so I think that's something we do need to look at and see if we can sort that out.
So, yeah, no, I hadn't finished.
Sorry.
Sorry.
does anybody have any questions of either Natasha or Vivian and Paul? Looking at you on this screen there, Angela.
Just Angela.
Good.
Everybody's keeping quiet. There you go. That's quite exciting. Well, if we're going around the room, I'm probably next. But I should really pass on to you, really. But there you go. Would you like to go next?
Oh, and we've got,
Go on,
this
it's
week,
great.
we're doing some junior sessions with Rushden Town Council on Mondays right now.
I can't remember what exactly.
Yeah, it's Mondays during school holidays. Obviously, there's limited places, so that's bookable. We're also doing some in Higham, I believe, with Leon, I've got that out actually. And that's just been online about a week and a half or something like that. So that's gone absolutely.
Is that the same as ours all through the school holiday?
Yeah. So that's gone quite crazy, to be honest with you. I've had people ring me at like 10 o'clock at night on Saturday to put the kids in.
Oh, that's lovely.
So yeah, that's gone down really well. So I think we're in the 60th place. I think we've got nearly 50. So just a few left over. It's the late slots that nobody wants, kind of thing. So that's gone down quite well. Obviously, we do our general wellbeing groups every other Friday. We're going to try and expand that to Fridays. And we might do 1 week in Rushden and 1 week in Higham. I'm not too sure how we're working that one out yet. Trying to switch between the two.
Yeah.
Some people ring last minute and say, "Oh, we're not going to come," because they're struggling with their wellbeing stuff. So sometimes we just end up doing a couple of one-to-one sessions somewhere else, just to get them out. So that's it for what I'm doing in fishing, but also I've got some stuff from the manager from the Salvation Army. Every Monday they do like a they call like a walk space, people come and have a cup of tea. On a Tuesday between 10 and 1 they do employment plus group, people out of work. They've got an employment officer there who will go through the CVs, help them find jobs, and they'll train with any IT skills they need and stuff like that. And the other one is on the 25th of July between 9:45 and 11:45. They're doing it in that. And that's all based in the Salvation Army in Rushden.
Whereabouts is sorry, again, I've been but it's not in the shop, is it?
No,
Church.
it's where the church is.
Church.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a couple of doors up from the shops.
Do you work for them?
No, I do some voluntary work on a
volunteer
Tuesday.
before you do?
Yeah, I do some on Tuesday. The employment plus group they do. So she's really busy there. So I said, is there anything else through that? So she's just giving me this stuff.
No, it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
again, that's a connect.
the employment plus group, it's on really busy, so it's like never really any in between. And a lot of people don't know that it's there. But I actually attended it to get to where I am, and it's brought my confidence up loads. It's like, I think like during COVID got quite big because a lot of people lost their jobs and they're in the same job for 20 years. They have no IT skills, no CVs or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they go in there, and it's not like going to the job centre where they're appointed judged and they're thrown into any job. it's like literally, right, okay, what job do you want? We'll tell you your CV, the job you're looking for. And I think they get quite a lot of people get into work. There's quite a good turnaround from being there too.
And that's open to anybody? is it?
Yeah, so yeah, that's every Tuesdays.
From what times again, sorry?
10 till 1.
10 till 1.
Yeah. And obviously they did warm space the same time on a Monday as well.
I just thought something else that we've got booked in for.
Oh, Vivian.
Sorry, well, it's quite an important one, it's off the streets, they're coming to do, they're in the hall, I think it's the 11th of July. They're gonna do training for knife crime and hopefully that not needed, but if anyone gets stabbed, because they've obviously got their amnesty boxes and their stab.
Gene boxes.
Lead
Yeah,
boxes.
the bleed kits.
Yeah, and we've got them here and they're gonna do an event in here, and it's training people. One, to sort of try and eradicate the knife crime, and then if it does happen, then it's the physical training as to what you do, so that's an important one really.
When was that, sorry?
I think it's the 11th of July, I'll need to double check that, it's in our diary.
So that's next Thursday, is it?
Did next week?
We'll come here.
Next Thursday.
I'll come back on that,
Okay.
just confirm it.
Fair enough. Anything else to add, Craig?
No, that's it really. Obviously, we're trying to push our wellbeing sessions. We're trying to get more people out there. There's a lot of groups that realise we're doing it, but we actually got in contact with Talking Therapies that used to be the IAP service. They're going to start seeing if there's anybody there that'd be interested in using it. All the groups, we just throw it out there. Some people are happy to pay us to use the service. But we just say, just looking at donation, just a donation, but coming along at the moment. So
Yeah.
we've got some funding to run the sessions, but obviously only stretches so far. So
Yeah.
we're looking at just doing it by coming along. I mean, it's all our general wellbeing groups is like 4 or 5 hours at the house. We don't really push the fishing when it's been by side of water and stuff like that. So we just say, if you can't take, just if you can give us a little donation, just help towards costs. That's all we ask for. So
It's not mandatory, is it?
no.
Somebody's not.
Because we realise a lot of people that aren't working don't have a lot of money to
No.
do events. So we just say, if you can just give us a small donation, we're more than happy just to help with bank costs, etc. Because it can get quite expensive.
I can imagine it can. You're quite an interesting, I'm not patting you on the head, but you're quite an interesting guy anyway, because you're almost connecting the connectors all on your own by the
Yeah,
sound.
we've just been trying to find out where we can get the name on board, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We've only got established in August, so it's like, right, what can we do to
That's what's all about.
do kind of
How
thing?
much help do you actually have, Craig?
I definitely haven't.
You don't have anybody?
No,
helping
I'm
you
doing
at all?
it myself, yeah.
So when you're doing,
Obviously, if I'm doing like with the kids sessions, I've got a load of coaches we put through on what we call an events for volunteer. So
right,
they basically go on this course and it just teaches them like this same time now kind of thing. It's really basic, but it's more so they've got the DBS checks, etc. And they've kind of got a little bit of training in safeguarding with kids and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of the kids, obviously the ratio is 4:1, but we like to have an extra coach there just in case anything.
control them.
Yeah, well, in case anything happens, if somebody's
Yeah,
gets accused of something, you've got someone there to.
yeah, you need,
Yeah.
most need a
It's-
chaperone.
yeah, it's-
That role, don't
It's
you?
all to
Yeah.
cover your backs. And,
Cover you as well as.
but next year we are looking at doing some junior stuff down the Lakeside North as well. So we're looking at setting the junior section up down there.
Okay.
That's ongoing because we're waiting for some stocking and submission, etc. to go in. So I think I've got 6 voluntary coaches at the moment. I think there's 3 going in to do a course tonight. So
You're busy then.
yeah, they're busy, yeah, because they'll ring me and go, oh, I've done this course, what do I need to do now? So I don't really get a lot of time to think, well, I haven't actually, I can't remember last time I actually had a day's fishing to myself. So
Well, that's good,
Yeah, it's
because
good.
it means it's working,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
keeping you,
Yeah.
certainly keeping you.
It's just the phone calls with the junior stuff on weekends and 10 o'clock at night, you know, do answer the phone, do answer this message, and you think, well, you've got to, because then they'll just
Yeah.
forget to do it, so.
No, that's really,
And we done one with the scouts for Rushden, towards the scout patch, so we're actually getting the syllabus from the Angry Trust, so we can actually look at delivering all the sessions to the scouts in the area. So we're working with them at the moment, done the first session, and a lot of them have never fished before, and it went down really well. A lot of parents have got them booked on to do some more sessions, so that's gone down really well. But with the kids, we're just trying to keep it fun. Be too serious, they get bored, and like 2 hours seems to work.
2 hours is normally enough.
Perfect for kids, yeah.
Yeah. So you're a CIC, aren't you?
We are.
Yeah, we are, sorry. And obviously you get funding from some.
Yeah, we've got some from Rushden Town Council last year, which was brilliant. We've got some from the Anglian Trust, we've had some from North Northamptonshire, and we're in the middle of trying to get them through the fix as well at the moment. Obviously, because there's one director, there's a lot of funding we can't.
It is an issue,
So
yeah.
it's more, but for us, it's like we've looked to have more funding so we can put more stuff on and not have to worry about costs, etc. We had a little bit from Higham, which we put towards the stipulation was that it was spent in Higham, so that's
yeah,
enabled us to do junior stuff, but we priced it a real like just a small fee of £10 for 2 hours. And to be honest with you, a lot of parents say, "Oh, I can't believe you've done it that cheap," and it's like, well, if we just said 20, we wouldn't have got no one.
no, you have.
So it's the balance
You just
of-
always pitch it.
It's the balance, but we've got a small part that enabled us to be able to keep it at a really small concessionary fee for doing it, so.
No, that sounds good. The reason why I was sort of pressing you a little bit on finances, I take it you sort of said everything else you wanted to say for a
Yeah, that's
second.
it, yeah.
Is because the co-op's causes, the applications for next year are actually open now.
Actually, I don't know if we qualify for that, because I did try and find out before.
Well, it
so-
sounds like you do.
Yeah.
And it's sort of worth applying
I
for.
did see a little bit on the website, but it was very vague in what it said, because
Yeah.
obviously I would go on all the funding websites, and some of them are.
Some of them are quite hard, aren't they?
Some of them are sort of ridiculous. I mean, like,
Degree, just to.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Can you
Yeah,
do
something
something
really
really go, oh, we don't do funding anymore, they should took the heart. And it's like, right, okay, so you're there and we're going for all these funds.
It's
and you
very
think,
time consuming.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, the co-op one is probably one of the easiest to apply for.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that you are sort of, how can I say, eligible for
We've
it.
had a few where we've not been.
Exactly, but the
If you don't
thing
know,
is,
you don't know, do you?
exactly, and the other thing to say to you is that a lot of the stuff that you do
Yeah.
ticks a lot of the boxes that the co-op wants to do, like young people, mental health. That's two of sort of like the four things that the co-op.
Because what we do, because we're general, we fall in a category where there's either funding for older adults or there's funding for younger children. There's nothing like in between for general. So it's like, well, maybe we could apply for that, but we don't. Do we have enough people to?
Well, the way that co-op works is that actually you apply for it, it needs to be in by Monday, so you've only got a few days to do it, I'm afraid, sorry about that.
So what
If you go to co-op.co.uk,
I've got the email you sent me. If I find it, I'll forward it.
yeah, I'll say anyway, but just for people that aren't sort of in your email list, but yeah, co-op.co.uk/causes. Got to do it by midnight on Monday, which I believe is the 8th. Anybody can sort of go for it. There is, on that page, it does, as you've already found out, tell you roughly what they're looking to fund. There are going to be 3 causes supported in Rushden, Higham, 3 further ones in Wellingborough. I don't know, sort of your areas might kind of overlap.
We're in the more Rushden Hall. We do a few bits in Wellingborough and Northampton, because there's another coach who's got a lake in Northampton.
Yeah.
That does a lot of coaching events and stuff. So we kind of work together on stuff. So
Yeah, but for everybody, let's say There's also a further 3, believe it or not, in Irchester and 3 in Wollaston. That's kind of the local area covered, if you like. But yeah, we are looking to support a further 3 causes next year. The general rule is we don't support the same ones that we did last year, so there'll be 3 fresh ones, if you like. And what I think the co-op will try and do is choose 3 very different ones, because the members have got to pick them.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if they're all fishing ones,
Yeah.
possibly some of the members would appreciate that.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, I don't know, one for mental health,
Well,
one
we
for
try to push more well-being than the fishing. The fishing is just because obviously, fishing's now on the social response list as a whole therapy. And I'm guessing it's the same with walking and
Yeah,
you're out in the fresh air and you're in a nice place. And we actually went to a show, a fishing show, God, it's been about a month ago or something like that. And I was actually speaking to a famous angler who's an world champion. And I didn't realise until I was talking to him that he had mental health problems. But when I said what I was doing, it's like there's not enough people doing what I'm doing. Is it because for me, that got me through my mental health, fishing, and when everything was going wrong, it was my focus and it kept me going. And he said, a lot of people don't realise how nice it is just to sit there. And there's some really nice places you can fish. Like the Manlands Lakes, you sit down there and where it is, you think like Rushden, you think, oh, it's not nice in Rushden, you sit there and it's, you see photos there.
I was doing the same. If anyone was staying through the town, that kind of thing.
You wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you think like you're in, you think you're in a little village somewhere.
It's like a village green, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You think, oh, I'm in a little village here, not in Rushden.
Not even commercial.
And it's the same as Higham, the wharfbacks there. You go around there, granted you've got traffic going by, but 9 times out of 10 you don't even hit the traffic. And you see so much different wildlife on the lake, like birds, ducks, everything like that.
Yeah, it's
What nicer could I be doing with my time?
it is a nice place.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, I think possibly we've done fishing, dare I say it, Craig?
Yeah.
But I'm hoping you're going to share these places. Not that I'm going to do any fishing, but I would quite like to. They just sound idyllic. Anyway, so yeah, do apply for the co-op fund. I believe Asda's also got one out at the moment as well. They have shared it to our Facebook page, so do have a look at that and apply. Any community group, charity, CIC. The one thing that they won't fund, which might be what you've read, Craig, is individuals to do stuff. Has to be sort of a group thing, but you are an official thing, so I don't see there being a problem. I suppose it is my turn now, isn't it? I've kind of butted in a bit there. Sorry, Craig. I did. Exactly, yeah, sorry about that. And I do love the way that Natasha jumped your defence, so that was very cute. I'm trying to make you blush, but there you go.
Say, Jen, you know.
Yeah, actor's not saying anything either, so there you go. What can I say? There's loads of stuff going on at the moment. The co-op's done quite a few things. We had a Bigfoot Bernardo's event, mainly sort of, unfortunately, the other side of the A45. I do apologise. We did have a Bigfoot Bernardo's event about a month ago now. I think it was at the Rushden shop. I haven't had to tell you about that because you weren't in last time. It was just before the last forum, I believe, and that was well attended. You guys put posters everywhere for me, didn't you? So that was very nice, and that's pretty much what working together is about. What else can I say? Oh, we are also with our colleagues at the Wincanton Wellingborough warehouse looking to do some of their voluntary hours. Wincanton as a company have got 1 million hours to volunteer. We are next Wednesday going around to various sites, including the Veggie Patch, which is the Daylight Centre in Wollaston. We're going to go into Rush to the Den. I always get those words intermingled because they've got a lot of projects coming up, including wanting to extend upwards, so they've got 2 stories instead of 1. Currently fundraising for that, so if you do want to help young people in Rushden, that definitely is a charity that's very much worth supporting. In fact, we've got 2 charities, one for the toddlers, babies, young kids, and one as a youth club as well. So do have a look into that. They're all over social media as well. And the other place we're going to have a look at is the Ned Rivers Trust, which are based at Chester House. So again, just over the A45, but sort of, I don't know, where would you say? I suppose it's technically Chester, isn't it? But it almost feels like it's Higham Ferrers, Rushden and Wellingborough, because it's in the middle of everything, isn't it? I mean,
You visit all those places to get there.
What?
You visit all those places to get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Try and get a lot of volunteers to support. The other thing that Wincanton Warehouse are doing is their Environment Week. So they went out earlier on the week and did a big litter pick from the Eco Hub in Wellingborough, and they've got a swap shop on today. So that's quite a thing. Something another chap called Craig. It's not you, mate. The other Craig, who isn't with us today, has a regular session from roundabout Asda in Asda in Rushden. Sorry. They have a monthly pick on the 2nd Saturday of the month. I believe it's 10 till 12. If you go and have a look for Welling Wombles, it's part of that group, and they go along the Greenway and everywhere along from Asda, and usually collect quite a lot of detritus. So that's definitely something worth supporting. Like I say, 2nd Saturday of the month. Anything else that I can think of that's happening in Rushden and Higham? I think the big one is trying, if you've got a cause, a local cause, please do put your name in the ring. It's quite a simple process to fill in the form. It's not like trying to get money out of, dare I say it, Northampton Council, which is a little bit of a challenge and quite complicated. And like I say, this year, instead of having 2 causes, we're going to have 3 causes. And the other thing I was going to say about that is you apply for it today, you start being a co-op cause from October, November, and then it goes on until October next year. And then you get your payout in November next year. So if you're looking for funding that's going to be sort of in the future, it's a very good thing to do. Plus you also get supported by the co-op. Now, the only other thing I've got to own up to is that from the 10th of August, there will no longer be any co-op member pioneers. So I will be here, obviously, at the next forum, which will be in Higham Ferrers. I'm talking with Natasha to see, and obviously I will be talking to my colleague here at Rushden to see what we do moving on from there. But a bit of a shame, so I will no longer be working for the co-op. Just sort of make sure everybody sort of was aware of that. Anyway, has anybody got any questions of anybody, of myself or Craig? Because obviously I didn't give anybody any chances. Although I think you did get quizzed quite a bit anyway, Craig.
Yeah, I normally do with what I do.
Well, it's interesting.
A lot of people just they think fishing art. It's that perception of it. It's God, we just try and push it on the well-being side of things.
That's your thing. It's good.
There's one person I think he's been about 5 or 6 months he's been fishing, and he's now done a course to be a volunteer to help teach fishing.
It's really positive.
And to start with, he was really, I don't know if I like this. I took him out. It was August last year, and then it's been going. He goes every week, every session. He comes with me this year, and you've seen pictures of, and the smile on his face, and he suffers with social anxiety. You think, perhaps he'll manage to change.
And that's a really positive thing for doing things like you're doing. I can share experiences because with another hat on, I help to run Wellingborough Eco Group, and we've got several people, same sort of thing. Wouldn't say boo to a goose, but now they're kind of leading projects for us, and it's a really, really positive thing to see people coming on. I'm sure Natasha will be having people in exactly the same boat with all your volunteers.
I'll just add one last thing. The critical bleed control training is on Thursday, the 18th of July from 6 p.m. for anyone over the age of 13, and that's been by off the streets.
Thank you, Paul. I have got the wrong.
Can you go with that gate again? Gate? Date?
Yeah, Thursday, the 18th of July from 6 p.m. in
Here at Rushden Hall.
anyone over the age of 13.
Yeah, no, really like an award-winning quiz.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah, Goldfish Man.
Yeah, no, an all-winning group, and actually have been mentioned in Parliament by our new MP that's not actually an MP at the moment. And obviously that's a thing to think about today, possibly a bit late because the recording probably would have gone. By the time I get it on the internet, we'd have had the election day, wouldn't we? But we are competing with the election today. On that, something that I helped to sort of do last week was Wellingborough hustings. Wellingborough obviously it covers also Rushden and Higham Ferrers and Earthlingborough now and Findon. If I do manage to get this recorded in time, if you do have a look for Wellingborough hustings, it does have 4 of the candidates that you can have a look at, and it may be a bit late to change your mind to see who you're going to vote for, but the polls are open till 10 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, so please do get out and vote. The last thing on the agenda is working together. Now, we have sort of talked a bit about that already. Angela, I'm going to pick on you a little bit because you haven't seen it in ages. Is there
The
anything
thing
like-
is, though, it's really hard to pick up when everyone speaks. So I'm listening intently to what you're saying.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to sort of chip in about working together?
Well, I think when you do the big events in Rushden, I think that's an opportunity where you can get all the organisations to come, if I'm honest. So, for instance, I know Party in the Park, somebody could have a stall and stuff, or we could have an activity where we could all come and bring something. It depends on what age group you want to get to, really.
I think, Angela, we'll add your details to our list, so whenever we do events, we can circulate out what our events are. Then you can see whether they're for you or not. Unfortunately, for this year's Party in the Park, we are fully booked, sold out.
Yeah, I know, I appreciate that. Just thinking, and for future events, it'd be something that you could do to promote your services really to the community.
Yeah, we have got the Council of Churches they're attending, and Park Road Baptist Church are coming to us as well. They're already booked in. If there's any others, I apologise, I've forgotten. But we've got over 100 stallholders. But those two didn't stick around because they've come to us for a long time. So,
yeah, I've got connections with Park Road Baptist from the toddlers' perspective. So
you might sneak in on the back or go do a bit of piggybacking then. I'm talking to you there, but the camera's over there. So
I know.
Confusing for my little brain. I do apologise. So yeah, perhaps piggyback on those, Angela.
Yeah, be good. Yeah,
that would be good. That's a good point, actually. Trying to sort of work together with things like that, and obviously, what we do have some tools. I probably mentioned it earlier. One of them could be that you just email community@rushdenandhigham.org.uk, and everybody that's on that list. And obviously, if Rushden Town Council have got people that we could try and add to that list, and Higham Town Council, Natasha, even yourself, Craig, you know what I mean? Add people to that list, and then it's one email to everybody rather than trying to remember everybody's email addresses. And then, of course, you're not breaking GDPR either because you're not sharing their personal details.
And I think next month,
Yes.
we ought to go through how people add people to that.
Yeah, good idea. I think we've probably run out of time to have that now.
But we'll organise that for next month so that everyone is clear. How do you add people to it? How do you tell people to add themselves to it? And we'll get that all sorted for next month. We'll do a bit of training on that.
We do a bit of training. And of course, Angela actually said earlier about sort of posting on our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/Rushden and Higham. If you go to that and post stuff on there, then hopefully, dare I say, the Jonathans, Natashas, Vivians and Craig's of this world will then share it around and add it to our calendar. Perhaps that's a resource that we can use
Yeah.
a little bit more as well. And of course, we've got our website too, which is rushdenandhigham.org.uk. We have got the calendar on there. It would be nice to start using the blog a little bit more. My mate in front of me here, who stuck her tongue out at me earlier, I'm not forgiving her about that yet, has actually started blogging on there. So you did a blog, didn't you?
I did one.
Oh, you did one?
I did one.
Oh, I was expecting hundreds, so there we go. So there's a potential to sort of blog on there, and there's also a potential to create some sort of directory of organisations. So, for instance, Craig can have his organisation on there with a very quick sort of summary of what he does, and then links to sort of your website or social media or whatever else you do.
And on a final note, one of my volunteers will be happy to do some admin for us.
Oh, right, yeah.
So what I'm hoping is that if I can get her trained up, then she can update the calendar, she can help us with stuff like that. We need to supply her with the information, and then it's a balance whether it's quicker to do it yourself if you're typing it up than typing it into an email for her to type up. But then, you know, I'm trying to get someone there in the background to, you know, I was going to say retweet, but that's the wrong one. It doesn't sound right, reacts, does it? Yeah, reacts. But anyway,
Sounds like
so, you know, part of her role for me will be looking at people's Facebook pages and sharing and moving stuff about as she sees fit, because that is something I struggle with time to do. And she's quite apparently quite happy and confident doing that. So I'm like, yes. So I say it's still early days in the forum. We have lots of things sort of rumbling in the background to push it forward. So thanks everyone for sticking with it. We are just hoping to build and build and build on it as we go forward.
Sounds good. And obviously, I'll come and help and support your personal training up if you want me to. Preferably on a Wednesday. Next couple of Wednesdays are quite busy. I don't think a couple of Wednesdays after that aren't. So we could have a little sort of cramming session, could be in a couple of weeks. And that will support your volunteer and enable them to do more than they can at the moment, which is good. Okay, I think we're 2 o'clock already, Dan. Is there anything else anybody would desperately like to say? Or are we?
No.
I finished 2 minutes over. 1 minute over.
1 minute over, and I don't think we started until 1 minute over, so we're bang on an hour. Thank you everybody for your contributions. Thanks for working with us all. And we'll see you next month at Higham Ferrers Town Council instead of Rushden, in the council chambers. It will be open from 12:30 for a cup of tea. I might try and poison you with my tea, or I might find somebody else better to do it. And then the meeting will be on Zoom and in person from 1 till 2 as normal. So we'll see you on the first Thursday of August in Higham Ferrers. Thank you, everybody. Nice to see you. We're waving in that direction, people. Thanks, all. See you later.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.